Last week was mine. This week is Ian's.
Should be able to go.
Okay, so we got to the place. We chartered a boat from Honest Somebody. We before we set sail, we went to see the chief to try and get more information. We were able to narrow it down to a few sectors. We started exploring, and after a few hours, we found it, but it was on the move. This creature came up, and Cat went after it, and we have not seen Cat since. I think I covered it.
What do you mean haven't seen Cat since we pulled her back up?
Did
That's
we
when
pull
it
it back
went
up? I missed
down.
that.
We pulled
Yeah,
her
you-
back up.
Yeah, you missed that last 10 minutes of the
In all
of the
fairness,
session.
we failed to relay that you guys pulled me back out.
Oh, I thought we did in the text recap.
Eh.
Anyway, all right, that's good, especially for considering what your internet was doing last time. So that is where we pick up. You guys are on Honest Isaac's little dinghy of a ship in the northern strait of the Moonshay Isles. Katya has just been attacked by a strange creature she described as some kind of shark man. She was previously bleeding from a stab wound in her stomach and a bite mark on her neck. Click mark 1 spell for this. Used cure wounds on her and she recovered 12 hit points.
Okay. Did I cast
And
it at second level?
First.
First. Cure Wounds is a second level. Or no, yeah, it is a first level. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
You're good. So the parties discussed the creature had the crystal. So odds are, considering we've also seen these crystals used by the Swahagan at other locations, that they probably found the ship and have looted it. So the party now has to decide what they're going to do next. And that's where we begin.
So, are we wanting to go after the creature? Are we wanting to?
I figure you're gonna have to.
Well, we got to get the thing.
What thing?
The trident with the gem.
So the thing swam away, right?
Yeah.
Katya, with your detect locate object still on, you no longer sense the creature anywhere, or at least its trident.
It is not nearby.
Why didn't you just grab a
Pick
hold
up
of
both.
him?
Oh,
could've
I'm
pulled both of
sorry.
you.
I just got stabbed through the middle and then
Just
bit
a
on the
flesh
neck.
wound.
And y'all
Well-
pulled me out.
You're not very good bait.
Let's see here. We have a direction that it kind of went to, right?
Yes, you guys were traveling northward along the strait, and it went south.
Okay.
Well, let's go a little bit south and then see if we can scan it again.
I mean, yeah, we could do that if y'all want. I don't know if we used any of Chris's spells, did we?
You did not. You are currently on the 4th number of Katya's locate object spell.
I did use enhanceability
Right.
to give you advantage on your rolls.
That's right, and I did poorly.
Yes.
Chris, can you roll a d20 for me?
Sure. Let me see here. Flat 20?
Yeah.
That's a natural 1.
Nice.
Wow.
We're doing
Nice.
great.
First roll of the day.
Okay.
Whew.
First roll on your shield.
Oh, yeah.
So I heard you right. Nat 1, right?
Yeah, that means it's gone.
Not quite. I wouldn't be so cruel, but when you activate it, what happens typically with an animated shield is it's like a little talisman that when you activate it, a wave of energy kind of emits, forming a spectral blue shield. When the first time when you use this, it was demonstrated to you, and there was that weird crackling as it looked a little bit unstable. You need to.
Did you break it?
Oh, not too bad. Take 4 points of force damage.
Okay.
And that's it. It does look like that the shield, there's a tiny little sliver of a crack just starting at the base of that shield, a base of the talisman. But it is floating around you, operating normally.
Hey, Click, are you sure that shield's not a little too much for you?
I think it's just a little wonky.
Wonky.
Yes. It's a phrase we have where I come from. It means that the magic in it doesn't work quite like expected.
I like that.
That sounds dangerous.
Well, I mean, maybe dangerous to me. I'm hopeful that maybe we can find somebody that can either fix it and make it like new, or maybe we'll stumble across a trove that will give me enough money that I can buy a whole new one.
Well, let's hope. I mean, we're out here in the middle of the ocean.
True.
Of all the dangerous things we do, this is the one you're worried about.
What, the ocean?
Yes.
No, I can swim just fine. I grew up around the water. I'm an island boy.
We don't have oceans where I'm
Jesus
from.
Christ, Ian.
Don't make me pull up that
Please
YouTube
don't. Oh,
video.
please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Where did you grow up again? Says Honest Isaac. Just
Oh,
as I was eavesdropping, just curious.
I grew up in a place that you all refer to as the elemental plane of air. We do have land masses, but primarily mountains, and that's where my people live. We make shelter on the mountains, but we are such at a high altitude that should we choose, we can actually coast and sleep in the air.
Uh-huh.
We
All
do
right
have
then.
like small divots that fill with water during the rainy seasons, and we use that to drink and bathe, of course. But we don't necessarily have oceans.
Wow, that's
Apparently we have
crazy.
boats.
We do got trains, though.
It's an
Apparently.
oil tanker.
There's a giant metal warship passing you by. There's appears to be someone.
Okay.
There appears to be someone on the deck blowing a horn, giving a call to the sailors.
I can't help but I live right next to the train line.
No, you're not at fault for that.
Choo choo.
I
Okay,
do
so
wish
I
it was
actually-
quieter.
I never did this because I'm really poor at doing my homework for my characters, but I just looked up images of the elemental plane of air.
Uh-huh.
It's actually floating mountains.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they have like their own little, like they're floating, not just mountains, but floating islands with
Yeah.
like their own water sources. So
Yeah.
yeah, never realized that.
So imagine Zelda's Skyward Sword, except it goes on forever.
That's exactly what I'm imagining.
It's like, wow, that's really crazy. So, where else would you be wanting my boat?
So do we want to hunt this thing down today?
I think we should.
It's still
You
okay.
tell us, Captain.
What?
Remember, you're captain here. We're also bait, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm
just
gonna go ahead and just real quick. Do I kind of like? Do I see it, or did it dive too low under the water?
You never saw it.
You saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, Katya's literally the only one who got her eyes on it.
You could just stick me back in the water and we could head south after it. See what happens.
I mean, it worked the first time. Well, although we're probably gonna get like, I don't know. I'll see if we can pull both of you up at the same time.
That would be too easy.
You gotta hold on to him this time, though.
I'll try.
Of course, maybe they need a little different tasting bait.
Or we're gonna need a bigger boat. This thing.
If you cancel the trip early, I still get my 5 gold.
Of course. Katya, it's whatever you want to do. I still feel pretty refreshed,
Captain.
and so we'll follow your lead.
I.
Yeah, let's go for it. Logan, you said it headed south, right?
Yes. The last time you felt the blip, it was headed southward.
All right, go south on the double. I'm gonna use some of my lay on hands pool to
Captain Morgan poses on the bow of the ship.
Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, there's the compass.
Uh-oh.
It's already on the map, so we don't have to draw that in.
Who are you using your lay on hands for?
myself.
I thought the cure wounds already took care of you.
No,
They did a lot, but not all of
Oh.
it.
Okay,
It's okay. I have a pool of 45.
that's cool.
Pirates of the
Can
Caribbean
have a
movie starts
pool
playing.
of 45. It's a shame you guys don't have a bard.
Wait,
I'd
I
totally-
think I might have a musical instrument. Let me check.
Click
I
play.
mean, I can sing. I am a bird.
Right.
Yeah,
But I didn't know that.
theme song is so catchy.
I mean, yeah. That's why Bruckheimer is the one who did it, right?
Oh no.
Nope, no instrument. Thought I might.
All right. You guys turn around, head south. This relatively narrow strait where you could see both points of land widen out as you zoom back into the.
Sorry. What is that doing? Oh my gosh. See, and you said that 2 monitors wouldn't do it.
Do, 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 do. This is the theme that's playing in Meepo's head as you guys enter out into the Bay of Moon or the Sea of Moonshay.
Yes.
There's more of those gigantic warships with their ballistas pointed at the water under the constant vigilant eye of the giants. Let's see, Katya.
Yes.
Are you going to use your last concentration spell because it would have worn out by the time you guys re-entered into the sea?
Yes.
Okay. Click's spell would still be working, so make another survival roll with advantage.
Guidance.
All
So
right.
add a D4 to that.
Let's see here. Survival with advantage. Oh, computer, what is happening?
It's catching.
Oh.
Did you roll 2 really bad low rolls?
No, it's just struggling
Frozen?
to
Wow.
render. Although I'll be mad if I rolled 2 really bad rolls. Oh, I did, in fact. Rolled 2 really bad rolls. Not as bad as last time though, so yeah,
just
said I
roll.
look forward to that.
All right, all you guys need to change your dice.
I mean, my dice is.
Hand them to Logan.
Well, Roll 20.
11,
11 total.
which is better than last time.
Yeah, that is barely better than what you were doing last time. Um, again, it's very hard to find. It's because now that you're out in the actual sea itself, you're not covering as much of the actual waterway all at once. So this is where you're beginning to get the struggle of going back and forth trying to search for it.
Yeah.
It's not until that you basically just cut straight down along the western coast of Alaron when you get another blip right in front of you in deeper into the southern strait.
All right.
And it's very faint. It's just at the very edge of that 1000. And as you tell the captain to steer your boat in that direction, it keeps moving away from you. You'll catch up to it briefly, and then it'll disappear. Catch up, disappear, and it's like that on and on until your spell runs out, and you're right smack in the middle of the strait, right between Alaron and Genwith. Now, what was interesting about that last blip before it disappeared at the and your spell ended is that it seemed to cut sharply to the left towards Alaron.
All right. I'm going to point that way. I'm going to jump in. I will say that I ran out of spells and it's just on the edge.
I assume you got the rope on?
I got the what?
Well, we
Roll-
never took it off of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
All right.
didn't put the rope on me.
I'll let that slide that you put the rope back on.
I would imagine I never did take it off.
Like
Alright,
right as
can you
he's
make a
about to
perception
jump, I
check?
say I can still try and find. Nope, never mind.
Perception check.
Oh. Ooh. I want you to know that it looks like a 20, but it's actually an 8, so it's 10.
Now, did you roll that with advantage because it's
No.
a wisdom-based check?
I did not roll advantage. I might have to disappear and get new dice.
Trust the computers to roll.
That's what I'm doing. I wish you could see it right now. Logan, I'll be back. I need to go get it. Quick, dice.
She needs to go load her dice real quick. Here, I'll roll plenty of d20s for you.
Put them in the microwave.
Hot dice.
Do. Oh, I am sleepy. So we tried putting Laura in a regular bed last night, and she didn't want to stay there. So she got into our bed, and then she kept kicking us. So neither Hope nor I slept very well.
Bet.
Did she say what her second roll was before she left? Because I think
No.
I did not hear it.
The answer was worse.
ah
My bad.
well with a 10 total, you're straining your eyes underneath the water, and
You got some seaweed in them.
Well, between the light refraction and the way the water is being churned by just natural flow and the wakes of other ships, um, you're not getting a real clear picture um, beyond your immediate area. So Katya's down there. She can be down there as long as she wants because she's wearing a cloak of the manta ray, and she can technically breathe underwater.
Yep, sure can.
Well, as she's down there, is it? You know, we're kind of like fishing with Katya. You know, is it pulling like it's got a fish?
Is she coming up?
No.
It's okay. She can breathe. She's good.
I'm just kind of chilling.
All right, I said no funny business. Remember that.
It's
don't
not
worry.
funny. We're just fishing.
I
Kind
just
of.
said that. I mean, I'll swim with the boat. I don't know if I can swim as fast as the boat.
You've got a swim speed, I think, of 30 feet with that manta ray. I think boats are a little bit faster, so you'll be drugged a little bit.
I got a swim speed of 60.
Oh, it's a 60-foot swim speed.
Hell yeah.
Is that like regular movement,
Jeez.
While wearing
or is
this
that a
cloak, you can breathe underwater and you have a swimming speed of 60.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's cool.
So you're like a dolphin.
Okay, all right. You're just swimming up alongside by the boat, just keeping up. Not a problem. It's smooth sailing. Occasionally, you'll get a weird look from a passing by ship.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who will get the weird look?
The people that notice that Katya is underneath the water.
But if she's 60 feet down, how are they going to see that?
Am I
I
60
don't-
feet
Or
down?
how far
No, no.
down is she?
I didn't think she had to go that deep.
I was gonna say.
No, it's whoever's noticing.
They just see a rope in the water.
Where did I? There it is.
Do you breach like a dolphin?
You know what? In like full character, absolutely.
Sure.
If we're gonna be real right now, absolutely.
Not only can you squeak, 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 you can eat.
Precisely.
All right, so what are you guys doing besides watching Katya?
I will pop my head up and say, like, I don't see anything.
I will just think stunned silence. Not because she jumped in, but the fact that she's squeaking like a dolphin.
People will cast a fishing pole.
Okay.
I'm sure this boat must have a fishing pole somewhere.
Oh yeah, you're able to find one. It's clearly not been taken care of. It looks like about half of the line has been left to tangle and stuff. And it's like, and you had to dig that out from underneath a couple of wine bottles.
A rusty hook.
Yep.
Repo will open up a wine bottle and cast a line, as you do when fishing.
The bottles are empty.
I'm sure he's got some on here.
I can just imagine
Unless he hasn't
Meepo's
drank
little.
them all.
I just imagine Meepo's little tongue just trying to go, just trying to get that, like, lick the stuff that's dried onto the side.
Ooh.
I've done that once or twice with like old coffee. It's like we had roommates that wouldn't clean the coffee pot 100% perfectly. So like they would leave it on for too long, so the coffee would just dry on the bottom. So if you were in a real bad need for some instant coffee, you just put some water in the pot, swish it around, pour it out. It looks like coffee.
Guess I missed them college days.
I mean, we never had that problem with wine. We made sure to drink all of that.
All right, so Katya's underwater. She's trying to find it, but having trouble, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You guys are continuing to sail further down the strait, or are you
Which way south?
okay?
Okay, I see it now. You told.
Hold up. Keep talking.
I think there was a misunderstanding when you said the what, because you asked which part is the northern part of the island, and you were asking, is it this part, the green part? And I said,
Yeah.
no, it's this part, because I said the northern strait, and you thought I was talking about the northern part of the island.
Yeah, that's fair. I heard point, I think.
Yeah,
I'm understanding more now.
you are good. There's also a handy one right here.
Yeah, I see that now. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to see. Like, I just noticed it this session.
Well, I think it's because my camera is, or my screen's not normally centered on that. Y'all's faces are in front of it normally.
Yeah. So Katya, after the detection turned sharply to the left towards Alaron, you guys continue to go south. What do you want to do now?
Well, how long has it been?
So the city that we started was the Green X, right?
Yes, you started in Iron Keep right there.
Okay, and we were in the blue area, but we're
Yep.
now kind of in between.
This has been your day.
The Isle and yeah, okay.
Yeah, in fact, you're actually a little bit further down, right about there. And when Katya first felt it, let's see, let's pick a good, nice, visible color here. Some bright pink. Katya and the crew were attacked right about here. And you guys were following it. And it disappeared going that way.
Ah. That is opposite from what I was thinking. That my problem is I'm bad at directions.
It was going which way?
The second.
So, yeah, it turned to the left, and you guys kept going south.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't turn left with it?
No, you guys, you immediately jumped in the water and tried to look around. You didn't see it, and then my understanding was that you guys kept going south.
Oh, I tried to tell them to turn left, but I can totally see how that could have gotten missed. I do have a habit of just jumping in the water, apparently.
Apparently. Meepo will just fish while he watches you in the water.
I'm gonna come out of the water. I'm gonna tug on the rope.
Meepo, make a survival check, and Katya, you're able to, with help and enough time, you're easily able to get back on the boat.
I'm gonna say I think we went in the wrong direction.
So we're thinking that this is an ocean dwelling thing, but if it's heading to land, then maybe not.
Maybe there's like a little cave.
No, that's true.
9.
Meepo, you would have helped Katya get back in the boat, but you suddenly got a bite on your hook. It's strongly tugging on you. You're bracing yourself against it. Can you make an athletics check for me?
Oh boy. This will not go well.
Please tell me it's me.
-1.
That's wonderful.
And you pull up seaweed.
All right, guys. I think this is going to be the next
Best
DPK.
case scenario.
So in comedy films, you know, when they have this serious conversation going on in the foreground and then there's just something happening in the background as the character should call out for help, but they don't.
Yeah.
um,
Do we
just
hear a
imagine,
splash?
yeah, as Katya gets pulled up from the water, begins to say, "What? We completely missed it. I think it went the wrong way." It's like, maybe, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's in a cave. You all hear a and then followed by a big splash as Meepo cries out as he is pulled into the water.
I stick my head. I jump back in.
Katya runs across the deck of the ship, diving right back into it. Let's see. Let's see how long this rope is.
I was about to say.
Now, did you tie it in the center or did you tie it to the edge that you've been jumping off of?
To the edge.
All right. Can you make a strength save for me?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
a strength check. My bad. Or athletics check.
Athletics check. Are you a D20? Yes, you are. Athletics check. 16.
Okay. Katya, you're able to cleanly jump over the side, and with your combined mass of everything, you give the rope a hard tug as you dive into the water. The ship kind of lurches a bit to the left. It takes on a bit of water, but luckily, Honest Isaac, seeing what was going to happen. Oh God. Goes to cut the rope, but apparently he doesn't take care of his knives as well as he takes care of his fishing pole, and it's just not cutting. The ship is beginning to tilt.
Jesus.
I'm gonna take my sword
Uh-huh.
and try and whack at it.
All right,
Thick ass rope.
make an attack roll.
Good lord.
Come back. Cooper.
19.
Okay, Levi, your feet get soaked in the water just enough as you bring down your sword and slice the rope. The ship lurches back to the other side. Honest Isaac starts screaming, "Bail it out! Bail it out!" And now we cut back to Katya. You felt a strong tug on your waist, and then suddenly it went slack. You have dived into the water. You see Meepo being pulled by what looks to be like a giant fish, roughly about his size, speeding away in the water.
Can I catch up to him and grab Meepo?
Like, is he going down or is he on the surface?
Like they're going below the water, getting deeper, but it looks like the fish is just trying to get away, not necessarily down.
Can I, with my flight speed, fly towards him and like try and grab him by the shoulders?
Can I use?
You'd have to go underwater to do that.
How
Can I
deep?
use my? Go ahead.
Okay, first let's see, Katya, what is your swim speed again? 60 feet?
Yeah.
Yes, you were able to catch up to Meepo.
I grab him.
All right. Meepo, make another athletics check with advantage.
I
Oh,
go
boy.
up the fishing pole. Cooper, I can't crochet like this.
Well, at least that's better.
16.
Okay, Meepo, you feel Katya take her arms and like grab you around. You and as she begins to uh, back swim against this fish, the pole feels like it should be pulled out of your arms, but you are holding onto it tight. Click. Flying down, you see like this great disturbance in the water as Meepo and Katya are now in a tight embrace as Meepo holds strongly onto this fishing line as this giant trout is swimming as hard as it can in the opposite direction.
So, like, can I don't know the type of bird that does it, but can I kind of like swoop in, grab
Kingfish.
it with my talons, and then quickly flap out?
Eagle.
Yeah, eagles do that. I
Yeah.
would say that it's not out of the question for some hawks to do that. So go ahead and make an attack roll using your claws.
All right, sure. Let's see how this goes. Surely it won't go too terribly bad. All right, actions. Unarmed talons. There we go. Ooh, that's a 14.
Nice.
Okay, yes, that is enough to hit this fish. All right, now roll damage.
Sure. Let's see. That's going to be a D4.
What
That's-
a wild.
That's what?
4 points of damage. Piercing to be exact, if that matters.
Do you get to add anything to that?
That is with it added. It's the
Okay.
D4 plus 2. I rolled a 2.
So click. You are able to grab on with your bottom feet, and you grip it. The fish is still struggling in your claws. All right, Meepo, I need you to make another athletics save with advantage, or check with advantage. Ooh. Okay.
14.
Meepo, you feel this like this in the churning of the water. You can't really see what Click is doing. You just feel like these sharp tugs on the line. You are determined not to let that go. All right, make one more attack roll.
Oh boy.
Click.
All right. One more attack roll.
Yep, and you could use your mace too. Are you trying to lift it up out of the water? Because then I
Well,
would
my
need an
goal was
athletic-
initially to go for Meepo and try and lift him out of the water because he's a small creature.
right.
But yeah, with it me having it, the goal would be to lift it out.
All right, make an athletics check.
Athletics. Okay.
Yep. If you lift this fish out of the water, all of its power is gone.
Well, I only have a +2, so obviously I'm a very athletic individual, and that's a total of 12.
Well, fish are only meant to swim forward, not swim down. And since you already have your claws hooked onto it, you are able to easily lift it out of the water.
Wonderful.
Meepo, Cat, you as Click is pulling the fish upwards, Katia is able to swim to the surface because Meepo has not taken a breath in the past few seconds. And being aware of this, she brings him to the surface, and there's this roaring laughter from Isaac as he shouts, "That's one way to catch a fish!"
Well, it counts.
It
All
does.
right. So assume you all come back to the boat.
Trophy fish.
Yes.
Yeah. And Meepo, this is a nice fish for a kobold to catch. It looks like it was some kind of saltwater trout, quite large in size. In fact, close to your size. In fact, which is why you had such a hard time staying on the boat with it.
Understandable. People will pose proudly with this fish.
What
That's
is
a
that?
good job there, sir. It's like this is what you get when you go on a fishing trip with Honest Isaac. It is.
No,
I bring good luck.
I'll take it. Apparently, it was better bait than Laura.
Bait, sir?
Didn't even use any bait.
Bait, sir? It's like, aren't you going to take it home and cook it?
Of
Not
course, but It was better than Laura, what she caught.
Oh, hush.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, hush.
Well, now that that deal's over, are we heading back now? Where are we going?
Do we want to keep trying to follow it? If we use any more locate object, it's going to be click.
Is it seem like it's getting on in the day?
So you guys landed early morning, and you guys have been out on the water for several hours now. It's probably early to mid-afternoon.
Why don't we head towards the land where that creature was going, and just scout it out and see if there's any caves like you think there might be or something.
Okay.
I would definitely be up for that, but I would suggest when we get to the land, I can utilize locate object, and maybe that would help pinpoint us in a direction.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Once we get over near the land where Laura thinks, where Laura felt that it was going.
Yeah. Okay.
Then,
yeah, let's head over there.
And then you can use one or two of your locate objects to see if we can get another pinpoint.
Yep, that sounds fine by me.
Good
How
plan.
far away are we from that piece of land?
So
Doesn't-
right now, you
Doesn't
guys
look
are
too
in.
far.
Let's see. Oh, I don't want to actually clear my drawings. Is the sad thing. There we go. So you all were right about here. Well, here. You were right about here when you last felt it, and then you went down, and now you're headed back up. So you guys returned to roughly that last spot that Katya felt it turned sharply to the left. And once you get there, there's nothing remarkable about it, being inside this strait. There's Gwenwyth to your west and Alaron to your east. It looks like Gwenwyth is more heavily forested, with Alaron's shore being more sheer-faced rock, with gray and covered in sea briny moss.
Okay.
That feels more like it'd have caves.
Keep using
So,
your ping.
I was reading up on some spells earlier. So you said that we didn't make it over to that island?
Which island?
The one that it looked like it was
Alaron.
heading towards? Or that area that it looked like it was heading towards?
Yeah, you felt it go this way before it disappeared.
Okay, but is that where we're at, though? Is what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Yes,
Is
Yeah.
Alaron the name of a city or the island?
the island.
Okay. Do we know anything about Alaron?
You guys haven't been there yourselves.
I mean, since I'm not necessarily too far away, would I know any of the history?
In general, you know that the Corin Archipelago is occupied by giants, and based on your last trips here, you know that how they run their sense of government. It's a monarchy with that uses serfs as their main labor force, with a ruling class of giants.
But as far as we know, they're pretty much concentrated in the city, or are they around the entire set of islands?
Alaron and Gwenwyth do have giant population, as they told you the last time you guys passed through here. Those are the three main islands with giant population. The rest, like Snowdon, Moray, and Norland, yes, there are some there, but it's not a heavy enough concentration. to be considered notable. It's the Iron Keep is where you'll find most of the giants because that is the active volcano in this archipelago.
Okay. So if we go on land, there is a chance to run into a giant, maybe even a, I don't want to really say feral giant, a country giant.
There is a chance that you would encounter a fire giant
Okay.
on this land. As far as being feral, you know that fire giants have a strict hierarchy within themselves, even more so than the Ordning, where this is a they test themselves with works of creation and martial prowess and stuff like that. So you're not going to find a bumpkin giant really.
They're very civil.
It's more right. You're gonna find a fire giant working a great forge or practicing something. They're very what's the word? Disciplined people.
But this is more of a country setting as regards to the city.
Yeah, there's not a major
Okay.
city on this island, as far as you know.
Okay, so when we get close, I want to look to see if there are any large caves or anything like that.
Okay. And what were you saying, Laura?
You can always ask Honest Isaac.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Well, as far as I know, there should be a family of giants around there. They do some mining on the Far Height Range and some lumber out of the Durnell Forest.
Cool.
So, you know, sorry I interrupted. What?
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but I have to say though, if we're landing on Alaron, I'm going to need to charge a double day rate because the harbor that I'm registered at is in Ironkeep, and I'm going to lose my spot.
Oh no, we're not looking to dock. We're just. Did you know about any cave systems or anything like that around here? Troll in the dungeon.
Sarah,
Yeah,
baby.
Children stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, troll in the dungeon.
Hi, Cooper Duper. You're the only baby I got so far.
If you want, I can ship one up for
Nope.
you.
It's got too many babies.
I was a very mostly responsible young adult.
Well, then that makes me a very responsible young adult when I was. Because I didn't have him until he was 30. Until I was 30.
Well, I wouldn't say Logan's irresponsible. He's married and planned for children.
True.
I just made sure there weren't any unplanned babies.
I'll be a few minutes.
Okay.
Good.
So somebody was saying that it'd be really cool to open and by somebody I mean somebody I work with, how it'd be really cool to open a bar about like a geology themed bar and name it Cinna Bar. I'm like, the only problem is we're also gonna get a ton of Pokemon fans.
Mm-hmm. And Nintendo may even try to sue you for copyright.
They can't. It's legitimately the name of a rock.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That's great.
What again?
Doesn't mean they won't try though.
True, but hence the geology
What's it
name.
called?
Cinnabar. It's
Uh,
radioactive.
That's a type of mineral, so yeah.
Yeah.
I will be happy to be your bartender. I know quite a bit of mixology.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you find out if you're free this weekend?
I'm trying to figure that out now, actually. I messaged the group. And I only had one person there was like, said that they would like to do something, but it's going to be a majority call. Basically, on Saturdays is typically when we do our D&D thing. And I'm the DM for that one.
It means you make the rules, Chris.
Yes, but this group also hasn't met since like in the past 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
3 of those weeks was my fault because I went to Dunlap, Tennessee for a team workout. Then I was at Louder Than Live, and then I went to Arkansas for Katie's friend's wedding.
Gotcha.
And then last weekend, even when I was available, 2 of our people was down in Disney World. So
Oh.
they're kind of itching for it.
Well, if not, there's still late night stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a Friday late night thing.
I got bingo till at least 11.
Who knows? Maybe I'll come there and gable my savings away.
I don't recommend.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you do that, but you could easily spend 100.
Oh, I'm sure, but I just don't have 100 to spend.
I don't know if you could play enough bingo boards with all your savings. That's a lot of fucking bingo sheets to play at once.
No, that's why there's computers.
Yeah.
So there is one guy that comes in that buys a pack and 20 computers.
Jeez.
So total actual bingo faces, that's 18 plus 20 times 54.
This is some freaking intense bingo.
Well, on Friday nights, we do give out $4,200.
Holy crap.
Like $4,200 cash or $4,200 in merchandise?
Cash. Cash / some pull tabs, but they classify as cash too.
Yeah. And now does that go to one winner or is that divvied up amongst several winners?
No, that's the entire session.
Gotcha.
However, just yesterday we had a $2,000 coverall. That didn't get hit in the numbers, and somebody who lives with me won $1,000.
That's cool.
Rigged.
I wish. She now needs that for
The
probably
baby?
lawyer fees.
Oh. Because of the baby.
Yes and no.
Okay. You do not need to divulge.
No, it's more. There was an incident, and now she has an EPO against her.
Oh dear.
Which is, it's all completely trumped up and, drama filled and all that. And it would be dropped if she could actually talk to a judge. More so because she can't, she'll have to pay a lawyer to talk to the judge for her.
Right.
Which will probably be about $500. Then she needs to talk to this lawyer about the custody,
Yeah.
which will be a lot more expensive.
Big oof. Cooper, you are very heavy. I want you to know this. You might have to leave soon.
So, Laura, on the U.S. government front,
Yeah.
I interviewed for the GS12 in Bowling Green, and now I'm waiting for them to finish up the interviews.
Ooh. Best of luck to you.
Yes and no.
You don't want it?
I
No.
hope.
I want the pay,
Yeah.
but driving to Bowling Green 2, 3, or more times a week,
Yeah, that would suck.
but
It's
it
not
is
just
about $7,000 a year more.
that's significant.
They went and asked me, they said, so why do you think you're qualified for this job?
'Cause
I
you
said,
already
well,
did it.
because I'm basically doing it already anyways.
Yep. Sounds about right.
A GS12 is supposed to be a project lead. Well, I'm already a project lead.
I got turned over for a detail for a PIO. And typically I wouldn't be like too upset about that. I got a lot because it was pretty much going to be internal, and I have a lot of coworkers that it would make a lot of sense to choose them over me.
Yeah.
Except so the thing is I have like some relevant experience. This is a GS11 position. This is not like you're going in. It's like train me completely, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's a GS11. Like theoretically, you have some idea of what's going on. Nope. There's a lot of coworkers I have where they were chosen. I would not be salty. Nope. Guy my age who's been in pretty much the same amount of time I have with significantly less experience because he's never left here. And the guy in charge of it didn't even bother, like I'm in contact with him constantly because I have to report stats to him, didn't even bother to mention it.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay,
Assault.
Logan. Enough of our sad stories. Logan, you're not talking. Your microphone's up.
Did y'all happen to notice if Hope walked across the screen?
I didn't
Yeah,
see
she
any-
did.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we might have to delete this video. She
Okay.
didn't realize the camera was on.
Was she like not?
She just got out of the shower.
Oh.
Like, yeah, she's normal to me.
Okay, she's just
Okay.
overthinking it. She's worried that she walked by not decent.
Sure.
can always have you review the video first, and then you can give us the green light or the red light.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Where
just
if
some-
nothing else really happens in this video, we just
they saw that you walked by, but they didn't see anything. Hope gave me a thumbs up.
okay. Super duper.
Anyway, what were we doing?
We were asking Honest Isaac about potential cave systems.
Hope was giving me a I am mortified look.
You know,
Did
I-
did anybody even see her? Because I didn't even notice.
I saw her like the last second of her walking by.
I saw,
I said, "Hi, Hope."
I
But
saw
they-
like a white cloth or something walking by. I thought it was you walking by with one of the kids. And that was it.
I did walk by a few times, but anyway,
I thought I saw a blue shirt or something.
I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
ugh,
Caves, island,
ugh.
giants.
Yeah, there's caves under there. There's caves all over this place. But from active volcanoes,
That is-
exploratory mines, worms.
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 Oh
Worms
yeah.
make caves.
Like WORMS or WYRMS?
That's a good question.
Well, I've never seen a worm, but like the worms that WORMS are really small and we use them for bait. No, the worms with a U.
Oh, that's a new one.
I don't know if I want to know.
Please describe these worms with a U, and then I start like drawing them down in my journal.
Just a giant worm, but they haven't been seen around here in millennia.
So are these caves accessible from the top of the water, or do we have to dive down?
I mean, I've never gone diving myself, but you'll be able to find caves all over these islands, and they all either connect to some point. You got to be careful though between high tide and low tide. You get trapped in there and drown because they do connect to the water.
That would be bad.
All right. Well, Click, why don't you do your little ping and we can see.
Absolutely. I will go ahead and cast Locate Object.
You cast locate object.
Yep.
There are no pings. I need you to read the bottom of that locate object for me.
Spell can't locate an object of thickness of lead, even a thin sheet. Blocks a direct path between you and the object.
Yep.
So would I know that it's being blocked due to the lead, or would I assume that it could possibly be out of reach?
Either or, you're not getting it. It's just that Katya last said that it turned sharply left towards the island and disappeared.
Unfortunately, I am not getting a thing.
Hmm.
Now, let me double check something. Because I don't know if I have this prepared. There's a search option. Let's see here.
Just leave it there.
So, if we want to, we can continue to try and find it today. But if we don't have any luck, I can utilize locate creature, and I can try and find the creature that we were chasing.
Oh.
Is that any different than locate object?
Yes, except instead of an object, I'm focusing on a creature.
No, but I mean, does it have the same restrictions?
It's for this one, the specific restriction if it is being blocked by 10 feet of running water. But if it's still water, it's fine.
But we're at the ocean. It's running.
Is it really?
There's
Well, it's
well,
moving.
before I speak, I will let Logan as DM determine.
I'm curious what you're gonna say. I'm assuming this is park ranger based.
Yes. Or more so, probably my geology minor.
Okay.
Is the geology minor going to help us or hinder us, Laura?
Hinder, so I'm not talking.
Good call.
Okay.
But it's just an option. I don't have it prepared, so I couldn't do it until a long rest anyway. This is just kind of a possible backup in case we can't locate anything today.
Oh. I mean, if y'all need a boat tomorrow, I'll cut you a deal, and another 5 gold piece for a whole day. I'll bring sandwiches.
What type of sandwiches?
That does feel like a good deal.
He looks over at the trout. Fish.
Fish sandwiches.
I've got plenty of fish.
I wouldn't be against it.
Well, that's better than a meepo sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meeple's fish sandwich.
Okay, well,
So,
do we want to head back then for the night? And then come back out tomorrow then?
I say, why not just make camp here?
In the boat?
on the water?
Well, I thought we were on the island.
No. We haven't landed. Because he
Yeah,
said
we're
if
right
we
here.
landed,
Nick-
he'd have to charge us more. Because he'd lose
Well, I
his
mean, we
spot at the
could-
dock.
If we wanted to, we could dock here and then pay Mr. Honest Isaac to return, say, tomorrow at a specified time to retrieve us. Or if we wait until morning, I can cast sending to alert him, hey, go ahead and dock your boat. And so tomorrow, perhaps he can wait out in the middle of the ocean. And then I can cast sending and saying, hey, we need you to come to the dock and meet us.
Well, I don't think he's going to sit out in the middle of the ocean.
Well, I'm saying tomorrow morning.
No, I mean, I don't think
Give
he's
him
just,
like maybe an approximate time, like in the afternoon.
I mean, it basically comes down to, even though his name is Honest Isaac, are we going to trust him?
But
We
his
still
name's
haven't
Ron
paid him the
Isaac.
half, and the deal was that he gets the other half when we return. So if we haven't returned, there's no other half to claim.
Well, wait, you're not just gonna stip me and just like jumping off the boat here, are you?
No,
I would-
we would pay you to return to us tomorrow. Well, ideally, that's my idea.
Well, wait, am I getting the full payment tomorrow? Because I'd like to have my 5 gold for today.
I would say we'd give him 5 gold today and more tomorrow.
I'd like that plan.
Would we return to the mainland today, or would we stay here on this island, or would we go to the mainland and then return to this island tomorrow?
Isaac, would you come back for us tomorrow if we plan to pay you more?
Sure, but I do want my 5 gold for today.
Okay, but like, will you come back for us tomorrow if we do plan to pay you more?
Sure.
I trust
I'll
you,
need
Thomas.
I'll need 2 gold up front though.
Okay.
All right.
Are we okay with
Well-
that, or do we want to go back and sleep in an inn?
Well, I mean, an inn would be nice instead of sleeping on the dirty ground. But it is what it is.
I mean, land is land to me. It's like
I'm just thinking about time. We would save time if we just crashed here I mean, it's still the afternoon. We may find this thing today and be able to return tonight.
Yeah, it's true.
But all the caves
Wait.
are underwater.
No, he said we're gonna find them all over the place.
Oh yeah,
But
you'll
that's
find them all over
question.
the place. Some of them will connect to the water though, and as the tide rises, so does the water in the caves. And
But
you
I
may
mean,
drown.
Cat, you were taken by something that was in the water that presumably lives in the water, so probably went into an underground cave.
And we don't really have a thing that can help us, do we? I know
Well-
Katia has that cloak, but we don't have anything to aid the rest of us.
Yeah,
All
we
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 need
Free
one.
breathing underwater.
We've
Yeah.
only got it once.
but it's only used once, isn't it, Logan?
Yep, it's a one-time use.
We've got a scroll of water breathing.
And that's only going to last us, what, 8 hours?
24.
24. Well, I mean, it could work.
This is some
I
prime
don't know. I
resource
like the
management.
locate creature idea as well. Well,
What's
okay,
that?
wait. Before we do locate creature, can you tell me how it works?
So, my understanding is if I'm on land and cast it, I can locate the creature as long as it's within 1,000 feet of me and it's not being blocked by running water. However, it doesn't specify if I were to cast it while myself am underwater.
What?
Blocked by water. What?
What qualifications of the
Blocked
creature
by
do
water.
you have to know?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. Say that again.
What do you have to know about the creature to cast this?
I just have to be able to describe or name it.
Well, you haven't seen it.
So you would be
Uh,
going on a primary source, but
I thought it
As-
surfaced a little bit.
No.
nope.
Just me.
Well, spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as a human or a unicorn, so long as you have seen such a creature up close within 30 feet at least once. If the creature you described or named is in a different form, such as being under the effects of polymorph spell, this spell doesn't locate the creature. So, I think we fought these things before, haven't we?
Yeah, you fought Sahuagin before.
So therefore, I would be familiar
Katya's-
with this creature.
Katia said this looked different though. So it may be a Sahuagin, it may not be. It's definitely a fish person, but not the. It looked different from the fish people you fought before.
It's on
Just on
roids.
your Just on your trip here, you did encounter a different kind of fish person.
Kat, do you have the ability to prepare locate creature?
Doubt
It's
it.
level 4.
Hold on. Wait, a
You-
level
level-
4 spell?
Yep.
Say for me,
Oh.
it's level. Yeah, it is a level 4.
I don't have level 4 spells.
Do you think he would trade his gem for my fish?
He might.
My really big fish?
He
Possibly.
might.
It'd be worth keeping and finding out.
I wouldn't keep it too long though. It might start to attract flies.
Oh, I got a thing for
Okay.
that. I turn to the fish and I cast Spare the Dying.
Th-
All right.
It's dead though.
I have
Nope,
a
not
feeling
unconscious.
I think I
But
have
now-
purify food and drink.
That also works.
Ooh. Let me see if I have Gentle Repose.
Spare the dying. Work on. Yeah, it has to be a living creature at 0 hit points. It's
No,
dead.
no. Not spare the dying. It's
Gentle
gentle
Repose.
right. It's a spell that for 10 days means you can't become undead and you do not rot.
Yep.
I'm still here. I'm
Try to
just
see if that's a
gonna
ritual spell,
pause
though.
it.
Second level spell.
Yep.
I don't know if you get that spell or not. It's a necromancy spell.
I do.
Okay.
I don't have it prepared though. I'm trying to see if I always have it prepared, but D&D Beyond is not working for me. There it is, Gentle Repose.
Oop.
Yeah, I don't think I have it prepared, so therefore I couldn't do it.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. You give a fish a day, it's not going to immediately stink, right?
Right.
Just salted.
Oh,
What's wrong, Laura?
I got up and I didn't grab the needle. It's okay.
Oh, so lost forever.
I mean, well, no, I
Till
was
it
gonna
ends up
finish
in
my
your foot.
Have you guys watched Over the Garden Wall?
I have
Yeah.
not.
Quinn and I are going as Greg and Wirt for Halloween, and so I'm
Nice.
making a teapot hat.
Well, that's cool.
An-
Very nice.
Anderson threw me a curveball and said he doesn't want to be Thomas the tank engine. He wants to be James the engine. But James has
Oh. Slightly different
James.
color scheme.
Well, yes, and James has a tender, so it's like, well, I can't just do the same cardboard box costume I did last year. Anywho,
You'll have to get Laura behind him in another box.
Red, and he's got a box behind him. Oh.
I gotta say, I'm not used to hanging around other people with my name, so I'm like, what?
Didn't you
I
know
could
you're
co-
part of a costume?
I'm cool with that.
I mean, Anderson's not a shy person. I'm sure if you said I'm the James's tender, he'd be like, "All right."
Choo choo.
He'd be blowing on his train whistle the whole night, so you'd have to deal with that.
Oof.
Get that boy some
So,
coal.
what is our ultimate plan? Do we want to go ahead and return to the mainland, come back, and hope we can find the thing?
They
Do
probably
we
want to
spend
rest.
some time now and search for it, and then come up with a plan from there?
You probably want to take a rest.
I'm just thinking if we can only use the spell scrolls once, we want to be very ready for it.
Yes. Get all your spell slots back.
Well, I got it in my back pocket, so it's at the ready.
How am I gonna tie this off?
I never figured resource management would be so critical.
It's always critical.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the fact that you only have one scroll because none of you can technically prepare
it?
it.
No, but you know who could? Zaris.
Well, you know who's to blame for all of that? Ben.
Logan.
No, I
I'm
take
not looking
no
at-
blame for that one.
That is 100% on us. And like Ben.
It was whoever was dumb enough to go run out of the cave. I don't remember who that was.
Ben?
Look,
I don't even remember
that's-
so long ago.
Yeah, it was so long ago. It doesn't matter now.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
I assume we're gonna go rest. Go back
Alright.
to
You know what? Whether
All
we
right,
go
I'll-
to an inn or stay here, we should rest.
So, would we like to go ahead and search now, and then return to the island and rest later?
Ooh.
I don't
I
know what searching now is gonna help us.
I do like the searching now idea. We might still have to rest here, but I like the searching now idea and attacking later.
Yeah. Figure out where kind of it's at,
Yeah.
and God's willing, it'll be here by tomorrow, and we can devise our strategy.
Maybe we can keep using the locate object and seeing how that works.
Well, it's either A, in a lead box, or B, it's
Out.
what was the other option?
Outside of 1,000.
Yeah, outside of 1,000 feet.
Or there's a completely blocked path in between you and it.
Yes.
Oh, like the earth. Gotta go in the caves.
Yeah, like the earth.
Alright, there they are. Don't mind me. Please ignore
Alright. I'm just gonna. No, you're okay.
me.
I just realized that I could loop. Hold on. Do. I can see you all juggling. Anyway. All right. So it sounds to me like you all have decided to search.
Are we cool with that?
So we're
Yeah.
searching on land.
You're
Yeah.
searching Alaron for a bit, and then you're gonna rest on Alaron unless you pay. And unless you pay Isaac to come back to you for you tomorrow, you're going to pay him now.
Is that what we're wanting to do? Or is it that we're just wanting to
Just
search
do
and
it.
know, like,
God.
I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Me go just along for the ride. It doesn't matter.
All right. And that's
Send him back. Have him come out tomorrow and wait. And I think we should go into the water to search for
Search
caves
the
if we
island.
don't find anything on the outside.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm down for
If
that.
you want, before we're ready to
Alright.
cast the spell, I can do any water diving.
So you can kind of scout out to see if there's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So someone pay Isaac his 5 gold, and he will go to the Iron Keep. And because you guys mentioned it earlier, when you guys send him a sending spell, he will come back. Or unless you guys just specify time.
Do we
I
wanna
think the
specify
sending
time
spell
or
will work.
rely on sending? Huh?
I think the sending spell.
All right.
right. We'll go with
You
that.
guys give him that 5 gold pieces, and you have him on retainer for tomorrow.
I would like to specify 2 o'clock in the afternoon or via sending spell.
Okay. He'll show up at this spot 2 o'clock in the afternoon, unless you guys say earlier via sending.
That's a good idea.
All
Always
right.
plan.
Bye. He leaves you all on a rocky beach with your fish and all your stuff.
Okay, I paid.
Okay.
Okay.
As he leaves, I pull out a handkerchief and I start waving it in the air. I think this is a custom
Okay.
here.
I love it.
Okay.
Isaac just laughs as he takes his boat back to the Iron Keep Bay. All right, you guys are now on Alaron. The main difference between Alaron and Almen Isle is that Almen Isle was relatively developed compared to Alaron. There were perfectly cobbled streets and gigantic houses made of immaculately carved stone and with metal fittings. Here you are on a stinky beach, looking up to your north along the sharp cliffs. You see where the waves hit the water from the passing by ships. And on top of those sheer cliffs, you see clumps of trees, various kinds. If you had to look further down, you'd see those trees continue into a forest. But where you guys are right now, it's a shame. I'm looking at 2 different maps here. One is much more zoomed in. So,
I only
let's see if
see
I
the
can
one
try-
map.
Okay, since
Yeah, I know.
since we're looking for a cave,
Ah,
I'm gonna say we suggest we go towards where, like, the cliffs are.
all right.
Cliffs or
You can,
mountains or.
yes, and you can. You do so. Levi, assuming leading the way.
Yeah.
You're walking across this pebbly beach. Everything's crunching, crunch, crunch, crunch.
And maybe
And
we're looking for a cave around the shore as well. If this thing is, I think the word is amphibious. If it can live in both water and on dry land, it may be going for a cave that's kind of the mid range for both.
again, that smell of sea brine and is very powerful here. Jagged rocks mean that you guys have to watch your steps, stepping over tide pools and various areas. These sheer walk walls are dippled with like small indentions where you all think like you could fit maybe like a little bit of a finger hole. Walking around, as it gets later in the day, as you're exploring for caves, the water level is changing and getting slightly higher up. You have to keep walking closer and closer to the wall and around. It's you come around the final bend of one when you see almost oh man, I can't remember the name of the tree. Almost like a woodpecker had gone crazy on a log to store its acorns. I can't remember the woodpecker's name.
Woody.
Pileated?
Pileated. I've never heard that word before.
Woody the woodpecker?
There are no. It's an actual woodpecker that puts holes in trees to store acorns.
Oh, I've been
Or-
seeing that on Facebook.
Yeah, they almost look like cork boards with the amount of holes in them. These trees. Anyway, you see many caves in the sheer rock. Some of them oddly perfectly round caves that's go further back into darkness. Some jagged, almost evocative of teeth. You have no shortage of caves to choose from, but there, as Isaac said, there are caves all over this island.
Hmm. I think the teeth ones.
Now, there are some that are higher up. There are some that seem to almost already be half submerged in the water as the levels are rising.
Well, I
Man,
think Click was right that we should do some of this partially submerged ones. That was smart.
Okay, well, if we get to the mouth of a cave that looks potential, like it has potential, maybe that's when we can do the locate object.
That might be a good idea.
man, I wish we could search somewhere with a tavern.
I did not hear that, Eric. What?
I said, man, I wish we could have searched somewhere with a tavern.
Be
No,
quiet. Tend to your fish.
Meepo's just been dragging it this whole time.
Carry my fish.
I'm surprised he hasn't bit into it yet.
Honestly,
Oh, he may have. Eric, that's up to Eric. I'm just imagining if he's the only one carrying it. This is quite a large fish for Meepo.
Yes.
So
I have a bag of holding.
I don't
You wanna
think
put it
those
in
things
there?
are big enough to fit.
So
I
if
don't
we're
think the opening's big enough.
if we're going with the laws of the bag of holding, if she puts the fish in there because there is no air in there to make the fish rot, the fish won't rot, right?
I don't think that's how it works.
If a person doesn't put a bag of holding, do they just fucking die?
there's 10 minutes of breathable air in there.
Okay, and then after that, the bacteria would die, so it wouldn't rot.
Haha.
But the fish isn't breathing, so the air's not going anywhere.
Right? It's just there for the bacteria to eat.
See, that would take a long time.
I'm pretty sure there's like a bag of refrigeration because of this topic.
Can we just spare the dying on the fish?
You can't do it today.
I rolled death saves. And I don't have gentle repose prepared at the moment.
Could get to repose my fish.
I could tomorrow.
Fair enough.
It's okay. We don't need the fish anyways.
Fish doesn't go bad that quickly.
So you said the jagged teeth in the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
That feels nice.
All right. Who goes first?
I have 0 spell slots. Oh, I'll go first.
All right. Katya takes lead.
I'll follow her since you know, it's island stuff.
Katia, you have a shield, right?
Yeah.
As Katia moves to the front, I'll tap her shield and cast light.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually supposed to be my job.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Okay, Katya.
Yes.
Taking lead. Who is following? I need to know the whole party order. This is
I'm
important.
second,
I'll take
Okay.
third.
and Meepo's dragging a fish in fourth.
Yes.
Okay. You have to watch your step. Again, these jagged teeth. It's like they offer great handholds, but if you don't place your foot properly, you feel like you could easily slip and sprain something, or even get a small cut, which you probably wouldn't want to do out here.
Infection.
With the light on Katya's shield, there's a definite glow. She's being front lit for everyone. Katya,
Yes.
there's a gentle, it flows gently downwards as this water continues on. First, it's down to just like the soles of your feet, but by the time you get up to your ankles, there's this open space in front of you with 3 paths. All you hear that you hear the sound of flowing water as the water level is rising in this cave, and with these 3 paths in front of you, there's the constant trickle of water, almost drowning out most other sounds.
Okay, friends. Where to now?
Well,
Do we think this would be a good place to cast locate object?
Do they all have a sound of water?
Pretty much. Looking around on this cave with the light reflecting off of the water, there is not much that is dry in this cave at this moment.
Yeah, I think now's a good time to cast locate object.
All right. I will go ahead and cast locate object again.
Okay.
with guidance.
And I will guide myself.
I guided you already.
That's right. Thank you, Ian.
right.
You can do guidance.
All right, this is going to be a survival check. And remember, it can be blocked by earth as long as it's not a direct path.
Well, damn.
Oh man, that sucks.
What is with everybody's
that.
rolls?
What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a natural 2. It says survival, right?
Yeah.
And the D4 rolled a 1
Oh.
plus 4, so that's going to be a 7.
There's nothing being alerted to you right now, Click.
Well,
I don't know if I meant
I guess we pick a tunnel and start going down.
Is that wise?
Well, what we can do is I got 10 minutes. We can spend 3 minutes going down each tunnel and seeing if I get a ping.
Oh, I
Worst
like
case
that plan.
scenario, we just drown.
Let's do that. Not the drowning.
All right.
That is.
You might do that.
All right. So did you hear that, Logan?
Yep.
All right. So 3 minutes each tunnel.
Which tunnel do you go in first, though, is the question.
We'll
Left.
just take the one on the left.
Does it matter?
Well, I've got a map in front of me, and certain things on it mean it matters.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Well, this is Dungeons and Dragons. You gotta have dungeons.
Only dragons.
No, only dragons. Meepo demands only dragons.
Screw you. We know this isn't nothing like fantasy based. This is just math with lots of rules.
It's like Dragon Age, where there's like maybe 2 dragons.
I can up the number of dragons.
No.
Yes.
All right, I
No.
heard a yes.
No.
Got a kobold. That's enough dragons.
The yeses have it.
What?
Yes.
I'm rolling no with guidance.
Yes.
Mega's gonna go ahead and use that necklace and head back home. See ya.
Oh look! Oh look! There's more dragons there.
Oh
There's
no.
It's
dragons
just
at home.
the
You just hear like through send help.
Little did you
Okay.
know there was dragons now in your home.
Yep. So you guys take the left path. All right, this path is bending and winding. It's actually smoothed out a little bit compared to the entrance of the cave, but it is definitely heading downwards. The water level gets up to your knees when you come to a stop. It looks like, based on the holes in the walls, you can proceed forward, but you would have to go underwater. You can also curl back around to the right. Because this path continues on in front of you.
Well, Cat, we're following you.
Let's go, Captain.
Right?
All right.
I mean,
Following
if
the
we,
path.
If we really get into a bind, I've got the scroll. I can always put it on emergency use.
I don't like that plan.
Well, I'm just saying that in an emergency, it's there.
I don't like that plan.
Let's just hope Levi doesn't get knocked out first by anything.
Nothing hits me. Hardly ever.
They will totally hit you now.
By
I'm
dice
invincible.
gods. So, looping around back to the right. What's notable as you continue on this path is it again splits left and right, but in the center of the path is this very interesting cave formation. It has dripped down from the ceiling like a typical stalactite. Is that right?
I think tight is ceiling, might is floor, but I couldn't tell you the truth on that.
Okay.
Yes, stalactite, I think, is ceiling.
So on this giant stalactite, it looks like there are strange carvings that you don't recognize the language of as it goes around it. There's some noticeable pictures involved, but they depict amphibious looking people worshiping some kind of finned creature that seems to have been scratched out. There's not much details on what the finned creature was.
Okay, so
Wait a minute.
I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages, touch it, and see what it says.
All right, read to me comprehend languages.
For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes
Okay.
about 1 minute to read 1 page of text.
Okay. So on this stalactite, there's not much room, so it's not going to take too long for you to decipher it. And as parts of it have been scratched out, the words that are repeated and make the most sense are Sekala.
Sakala.
I was about to ask,
Sekala.
does his name happen to be Dagon?
Nope, no Dagon, Sekala.
No. Oh, okay.
But it looks like the iconography associated with Sekala has been scratched out.
Oh boy.
It keeps saying Sakala.
How would you spell that?
Make a religion check.
I'm getting
I-
Lovecraft's Dagon vibes here.
I was about to say I could just go phonetically. Not great.
Kind of a
I just need
trippy
more
short
dice
story if you read
entirely.
it.
9.
9. You've never heard of this god before. So you do have to sound it out. Sekloah.
L-O.
Sekola.
O-L-A or L-O-A?
Sekolah.
It's this
O-L-A.
giant fish person grabbing onto a pillar.
Okay.
No, and to describe the images again, it looks like a bunch of fish people were worshiping whatever Sekala was, but the imagery of Sekala has been scratched out.
Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
How long does it take for you to cast and read again?
Duration's 1 hour.
Okay, it works for 1 hour.
Yep.
But what was the casting time?
1 action.
Okay. So, yeah, it says Sekala, and are the words that Levi can decipher, because it looks like a lot of this has been scuffed up, especially the images.
He said it's
Cool.
been scuffed up.
Yep.
That's all I can really read, guys.
Sekala.
This
But
feels
what does it
ominous.
mean?
I don't know. I mean, Sekala.
Means circle.
So, to describe your surroundings, you just came from a path behind you. There is a path on your right and a path to your left.
Mm.
Are we keeping track of which
Yeah,
ways?
I said that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but we took the most farthest left path and then we went right. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And now what is before us?
Well, if we went left, then we went right. Then
Yeah, there's a right path and a left path in front of you with the Sekala stalactite.
well, then let's go left again. Let's find out what Sekala is.
All right. Taking the left path, you clearly are descending further into the cave. Before, the deepest point that you had gotten was up to your knees when you had reached those 2 underwater paths. Going left again, you get about mid-thigh level once you encounter what looks to be a couple more caves that are submerged in water with a path leading up on your right. It is completely dark in here. If it wasn't for your various dark vision abilities and your goggles of night with light, it would be very hard for you all to discern where you are. The only thing that you hear is the movement of water and the of dripping.
Yeah.
Dripping. In front of you, what you can barely see are 2 more submerged paths with a path leading right.
Well, since I have better vision than anybody else, I'll go ahead and tell them that there's 2.
How long do we have before the tide comes in?
We don't know.
How long have you guys been in here? Let's see.
I don't know.
I was also going to ask Logan
With
about
your
how long did
careful
you go tonight.
What was that?
I guess we could stop here if you wanted.
That
I was
would-
gonna wrap it up pretty quickly.
I just got a long day tomorrow.
Well, we can stop here as you guys are deep in this underwater cave with strange statues and carvings.
Alrighty.
How long till the whatchamacallit comes in, Logan? Till the tide comes in.
You guys have spent roughly an hour down here. Your detect object has not really worked.
Nope.
How long till the tide comes in?
Yeah. You've got about 2 hours before it completely floods this cave.
Mm,
That's good to
that
know.
tells me we don't have very long, guys. I probably want to head back out. Make sure we can find our way out.
We will put that as to do when next week.
If you guys remember the path.
I
I
would
wrote
like
it
to
down.
not drown.
I wrote it down.
But did Katya?
I
Did
wrote it
Katya?
down. I
Katya
assume that
has
if
good
I'm
memory.
writing
She
it-
can remember the last hour.
I assume that if I can write it down in my book, Katya can write it down in her book.
Yeah, but her pants are wet. Where's she gonna put it?
Bag of holding.
She's got
Bag
a
of
little breast
holding.
pocket.
Man.
Bag of holding.
Okay.
Her breastplate has
All right.
pockets.
I get.
Those keys are still in that bag.
Well, that's okay because in here
All
I
right.
can't locate
That
them.
sounds like a.
I'm the only one who can pull them out, apparently.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh, the keys in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the
Alright,
only one
guys.
that knows they're in there, so yeah.
Unless somebody
All
flips the bag inside
I'll
out.
see you around later.
All right.